Welcome to Bumpdate 30 weeks.
I told you. Told you.
How did I not notice this before?
Oh my god!
I see yours.
Oh, I see yours. That's funny here.
That's your blooper. I cannot believe I'm in the 30s. I'm in the 30 zone. We're actually tomorrow I'll be 31. So it's, flying by. I cannot believe it. But any new symptoms this week? My pelvic pain is still there, lower back pain. It's not really like worse, but it's not necessarily better. So it really depends on the day. I don't know what's going on. My rib pain though is a little bit better. I don't know if that's just I'm growing and there's more room for her, so maybe she's not like lodged into my side constantly. I'm definitely more tired this week, and I think it's because I don't sleep as well. I just can't get comfortable, or she wakes me up, or just like, I think it truly just like prepares you though for when you actually have the baby, because you just have to get used to not sleeping as much and functioning on less sleep. So every day is a new day. Any other symptoms? Not really. I have a new, this is kind of weird, but I think, people obviously have it to everyone, but, well, I don't know about everyone, but it happened to me. I have a lump under my armpit, like in my armpit, just on my left side. And I remember my friend Jess saying that happened to her, and she freaked out because it's painful. And when she asked her doctor, it's basically just like your milk ducts. It's kind of crazy. So they just obviously like start coming in and your body's like changing, but I don't have one on this side. But I think that's what it is, because they end, like your ducts end up here. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. Super weird. But I think that's it for symptoms. Any cravings? I have really loved ice cream still. We went on a little staycation this week, just like an hour away, and we ate some Mexican food, which was great, and then Italian food, which is tasty. So I definitely got my fill of like some more fun foods. I think it's just funny because my appetite is definitely like larger than anything in the past. It's been like that throughout pregnancy, but it's okay if you're eating more. I'm just gonna let you know. Like, I ordered fajitas at the Mexican restaurant, and I literally just about ate the whole plate. So I'm just saying, it's fine to eat more. Any aversion? So I can't think of anything that has made me like grossed out. Maybe like some certain smells. Like if something smells bad, it's like just not a fan of it. Like it makes me want to barf. Whereas before I could maybe like tolerate something that smelled bad. So yeah, that's really the only difference, but no other foods that are grossing me out at this point. Emotional status, I think anxiety is like the biggest word that I can use for this week, which is not always true for me. I'm not an anxious person per se, but I did wake up one morning kind of like freaking out about, okay, what if we don't get to move into our new place and we're bringing the baby home to this current house? I need time to mentally prepare for that. So I'm kind of just at that point where I'm like, okay, Aubrie, you need to prepare for if that does happen, so that if it does happen, you're not like shocked. And, there's so many things and adjustments that you go through after you have a baby. The last thing you want is to just not be prepared for an adjustment, like two adjustments, so baby and not moving into your house. So for me, I'm just like being realistic, and what do I need if we are living in this current house? Like, what's that going to look like? And just preparing myself mentally. So obviously Brad's like, it's not going to happen. We're going to move in, but I just want to be prepared. So anxiety. Yeah. Workouts are pretty good, just depends on the day, and I I'm just doing like less lifting in general, but I think I said that last week. I like the Airdyne bike, I like the ski erg or the elliptical prior to my workout or my lift, and then I'll spend like 20 to 30 minutes lifting. So it's definitely shorter, and sometimes, you know, I am worried about like, am I doing enough lifting? Am I like losing muscle? I think that that's normal to be concerned about. You're probably just the nature of being pregnant and having a baby, you're probably going to lose muscle. And especially because after you have the baby, you can't work out for around 6 weeks. So yeah, I think you just have to face the fact that you're not going to be who you were before. But muscle memory is a real thing, and you'll get back to it. One thing I forgot to add about my symptoms is I am having nasal congestion, which has really fluctuated throughout pregnancy. So I don't know what it is this week, but that's what I'm dealing with. So as far as the baby, I did have my appointment today. So now I'm on appointments every 2 weeks, and everything was great. My blood pressure was great. The baby's heart rate was 140, and yeah, they weren't concerned at all. So that was awesome to hear. Apparently inside, like, there's a lot of room still, so usually they'll move around and like change positions all the way up to like 36 weeks. And then when you go in for your ultrasound at 36 weeks, then you kind of look at, is the baby like head down yet? And if they're not, you need to kind of work on maybe ways to get them head down. So I'm just curious to see what all happens. I really want to see how big she is, honestly, in that ultrasound. So that's what I'm excited about. But apparently she's about 3 pounds this week. So she be heavy. And then she's approaching 16 inches. So it's just crazy to me to think about, you know, obviously if she was born right now, like, she would have to be in the NICU, but like, she would come out as like a real baby, you know, like a tiny baby, but there'd be a real baby in there. So crazy. So that's how big she is. It says she's as big as a cabbage head, or a head of cabbage. But I don't have a lettuce head or a head of cabbage. So I got a bag of cabbage, and I'm just gonna squish it like this, and we're gonna say that it's probably a little bit bigger. This is bigger than the baby, I think. But squished in there, yeah, something like this, okay? Anything going on? They're seeing in the dark, so like they could see shapes on the outside of your belly, which I think is so crazy. Yeah, so basically they can like see shadows, and like if something goes, like if I lift up my shirt and it's like bright versus like having my shirt covering, then she can see that, which I think that's pretty crazy. And then what else? About 1.5 pints of amniotic fluid surrounds your baby. Crazy. Okay, well, that's it for the baby. Any new purchases this week? So, did I show this last week? Okay. This is a little pillow. So technically, you know, you're not supposed to like let your baby sleep with a pillow. But as they're laying like most of the day or interacting with you or that kind of thing, you can put it in their stroller. That, you know, I don't know where you put it quite yet. I want to make sure that like she's safe. But it's a pillow that has a like head shape hole in here so that they're not laying on their back flat and their head is being misshapen, because that's usually what happens with misshapen heads and having to wear that helmet, is they've just kind of laid on their back a lot, or that's my understanding at least. So this pillow helps a lot with that. So what else? I did order some really cute stuff from Ruffle Butts because they were having a big sale. So I don't know if they're still having a sale. They have really cute swimsuits for summer. But I'll just show you, like, this is one little outfit, and this is probably my favorite. So cute. Look at the back of that. And then she wears like little bloomers that have ruffles on the back. So, I mean, this is just, ugh, so cute. So cute. But that's it for purchases. High and low of the week. High would be that today we got our inspection, our health inspection for the new commercial kitchen, and it passed with flying colors. So now we are waiting on getting our temporary certificate of occupancy so that we can actually move in to the building and start functioning out of there. So I knew this was going to happen too. Basically what's happening is the move into the building is lining up pretty precisely with the launching of the Motive clothing brand. So next week on Thursday night, we're headed to Houston to launch Motive and pack orders and have fun with our team. But it just so happens that might have been the best weekend to move into the kitchen. So I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if Brad's just not, going to go to Houston. But that's why it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword. We're very happy though, and I would say that that's the high of the week. Low of the week, also, like, I guess high, we went on that staycation, which was super nice. Low of the week though would be like, when you're gone and then you come back, you feel like you're not, like you have a to-do list and it's not really getting done. So, anyway, I just got to play catch up a little bit. So that would be the low. How is Brad feeling? And then we'll look at Bump. I told you guys I was tired. Brad is feeling pretty good, I think. I'm sure he's happy that we passed our inspection. But I'm sure he's also just still stressed that, he has to wait a little bit longer to move into the building. Yeah, I think that's how he is. But as far as the baby goes, like, I don't think he's really thought about it. We are talking about it a little bit more just because, you have to start preparing. So, I don't know, a couple weeks before we really start, like, I have conversations with Brad, like, this is what I need from you in the labor delivery room. This is what is going to happen after the baby is born. Like, I just don't think that he is fully aware of what it might look like after the baby's born. Just saying. Let's look at Bump.